What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today, we're going to be getting our champs rewards in, and we're also going to be starting our Elneny Evo. That's right, we're starting our Elneny Evo. However, one of the top comments yesterday was that I should do the 3 common player upgrade and try one last time to get Fabio Vieira. And I thought, yeah, I could do it, but I think I've only got about like 20 or 30 silvers in the club. I had loads. I managed to build 12 of these 3 common gold upgrade player packs. Now, of course, we might get an inform or something out of one of these, but probably not. And we are just going to rip them. It's not just Fabio Vieira that I'm interested in. Actually, to be honest as well, the female, I can't remember her name, but the female centre midfielder from Arsenal, she's probably better than Fabio Vieira because she's 4-star, and just offers a little bit more. I really shouldn't throw away untradeable commons. I should be putting them into the 2-player upgrade packs, but quite honestly, that's just long, isn't it? And then, yeah, we're going to have... we've already packed 2 City players. What's that about? We're going to have some more Champs games. There was a comment from yesterday, and we were like, I guess I'll address it now rather than when it comes. And it was about Bernadeschi. Yeah, it was about playing with better players, and you know, obviously it's expected that I'll lose more games if I have a worse team, and yada yada yada. And that maybe I should start stepping away from the Arsenal thing and build like that fun road to glory. And I just don't want to do that, and I'm not going to. I don't mind just using the Evo Arsenal players and then the best team that I can around those. That's fine. But when it comes to the actual Evo Arsenal players, they bring me the most joy in this game. It's from playing with those cards. And so we're going to persevere. And, you know how you see, like, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near any kind of pro level. I think it's evident that I'm not. But no, you know, when you see players like, you know, #Harry and players like that end up going 20-0 with a bronze team, if they can go 20-0 with a bronze team, I can get 14 wins with an Arsenal team, right? Or the Arsenal Evo cards. I just can. It's possible, it's plausible, it's doable. I've just got to actually figure it out. And so that's what we're going to do today, right? We're just going to figure it out. Seems easy enough, doesn't it? We've got 4 more of these gold packs to go. It's not been great so far. However, we are stacking up some commons in the club. We've only had a few dupes that were untradeable, which is quite nice. And yeah, it doesn't look like it was on the cards for us to get Fabio Vieira. And yeah, I know that what's going to happen is I will enter Elneny into that Evo and immediately pack Fabio Vieira or the other Arsenal lady once I do it. But that's it. We're going to be committed to it now. This was the actual genuine last hurrah. We did get an Arsenal player. It was Ben White, which is too sad. So, with that being said, guys, first thing we got to do today is go here. Welcome to Evolutions. Premier League, Arsenal, Mohamed Elneny. In you go. Start Evolution. Yes. That is it. It's over. It's done. It's finished. What do we have to do with this? Play 1 game using him in the active squad. And then play 1 more game again. So we only have to play 2 games. So I'll start Elneny in the team. And obviously, if I'm really, really, really struggling, we'll take him straight out. Which I probably will be, I can't lie. Yeah, I think he's going to have to go in instead of Marcos Llorente. Let's get Mr. Mohamed Elneny in the squad there. On the bench over Trossard. In the team over Llorente. Do you know what? No. I was going to say I'll start him over Messi and then sub Messi in, but that's terrible choice. We only lose 3 chem by putting him in. It's 2 on Bellerin and 1 on Coquelin. So I think if we go for... I don't even need the French League manager anymore because that was when I had Dembele in. So if we actually go for a La Liga manager, an Argentine La Liga manager, we will get, I think, those 2 chem points back. I think we'll get 2 of the chem points back. Yeah, there you go. So we're up to 29 out of 33 for that. That's all right. Elneny is going to have a shadow chem style applied to him if we have one. If we don't have one, I just won't put a chem style on him. Yeah, don't have an anchor, don't have a shadow. Oh, I do have an anchor. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And let me put Dembele on the bench over... Tough, actually. Over Marcos Llorente. And I'll bring on Rice or Partey for Elneny if we need to. And hopefully today we actually get the Declan Rice SBC. But that is the team we're going to go into some games with. So let's go. All right, guys. As we get into the first of 2 segments of post-comp gameplay today, because we had a lot of Champs games to play. I picked a whole bunch of comments from the comment section, as per usual. Thank you guys, as always, for being here, supporting the channel and supporting the series. And... yeah, there's a lot of like similar themes, but there's a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. The first comment is from Sean Maddox, and he says, the long one, hold on, that's not what he said. I'm saying about the comment. The golf in your team compared to other teams will have increased as the meta establishes itself. I think you need to remember that people are in a different mindset in Champs, and the overall caliber of players will be higher with people focusing much harder. Don't necessarily agree with that it's a different caliber. It's the same people playing the same game. Maybe they focus more, maybe they don't. I don't know. But additionally, I think the number of games that you're playing is higher, and fatigue is much higher per game because of the sweaty nature of Champs. Yeah, maybe so. That one of the things that I used to do, like in previous last 2 FIFAs, you know, when going to like 11 or 14 wins, is we would hit, like, you know, on Friday, 3 or 4 games. Maybe if I'm feeling it and playing well, maybe 5, 6, 7. And it's like all of a sudden, if Friday morning you've ended up playing 6 or 7 games, or even by Friday lunch, it's like, okay, I've only got 14 games and I've still got all of Friday, all of Saturday, all of Sunday. You can play a couple here, couple there, Friday and Saturday, and then before you know it, you're left with 6. And yeah, one of the things that's definitely true is FIFA fatigue. And we've talked about it in a whole bunch of previous years. And even just watching this gameplay here, of me playing with these players, and I'm like, damn, I'm making this look easy. Yet the games that I was playing to the back end of tonight, because obviously I had to play like 14 games tonight, and I threw in a couple of squad battles games as well for Elneny. It was getting stressful towards the back end, and I don't know what's different. I haven't really played Champs proper for a long time. However, I've set my office up at the moment, and my chair and my desk. I'm getting mad pain in my neck. I know it's not an excuse for losing, but it is just uncomfortable, right? But going back to the start of what you was talking about, the goal for my team compared to other teams will have increased as the meta establishes itself. Yes, and even more yes. And the reason why it's even more yes is because that's a cracking... Oh, man. I didn't score off of that, but that is cracking play. Some of the teams that I've come up against have been teams that have only got gold cards, maybe Evo... Ansu Fati or Evo, like Timo Werner or something. But when you come up against a team with like Hakimi, Kimpembe or Marquinhos, Varane or Saliba, you know, Ferland Mendy at left back, or Hernandez, who I think is better than Mendy. And then in the midfield, they've got the pace, and then up front, they've got the pacey wingers and the pacey strikers, and they're all gold cards. And, you know, okay, some of them maybe are a little bit expensive or whatever, but it's easy to get the gold cards in this game, like, because when we even look at Footbin and look at the price points right now of just the gold cards, and then take into consideration how goddamn good some of them are, it's a bit wild. So you've got Mbappe at 3 million coins, then you've got Vinny J at 900k, Hansen at 700k, Putellas at 700k. But then you've got like Valverde at 375 and Neymar at 292. I don't see many Neymars. Salah at 250. I don't see many Salahs. Haaland, Van Dijk at 200k. I see Van Dijk all the time. And it's one of those situations. How have I not got that ball back, by the way? One of those situations in my team that is a perfect example of I've got Wubben-Moy. I can afford Van Dijk. I'm hurting myself by not having Van Dijk. And I know it. I know it. I know that's the situation. As we carry on down the list, Jules Koundé, I see a lot, 180k. So I played a guy today. You're going to see the gameplay in the second part of this here today. And he had Papin up front. And he used a couple of the power shots from the Power Shot Plus. Oh, my God. Then I look at someone like Rashford and whatnot, and I'm like, okay, Rashford could be a beast. And he's only 176k. He's got the 5-star skill moves as well. He's got a lot going for him. And he's cheap. Kolo Muani is cheap, like dirt cheap, and very good in this game. Ousmane Dembele is now down to 160 and so broken. We've got Eder Militao 150, Jude Bellingham 140. We've got Kyle Walker's only 100k, Griezmann 100k. Messi, we've got Ferland Mendy, we've got Hernandez at 90k. Rafael Leao, who we see all the time, who's a beast in this game because of his pace, dribbling, and height, is only 100k. 90k. Varane's only 87k. Tonali at 75k is so good because his defensive stats and his pace are so good. And so more to the point, even of Heung-min Son at 66k, more to the point, when you come up against like a front line, I mean, literally like what this guy's got. St. Maximin pace, Carrasco pace, Kolo Muani pace, Upamecano pace, Tonali pace. Like, when you come up against like a midfield of, or a backline of Varane, Hernandez, Koundé, and Llorente, it's all of a sudden like, yeah, there's no wonder my 80 pace Messi and 80 pace Smith Rowe can't hit these counters, right? Because I do get counter opportunities and I struggle to score from them because my opponent's recovery time is just insane because I don't have the pacey players to get there. And so the obvious answer is, well, why not just go and buy the pacey players then? And we will get to that. But to finish off with this comment here, you are absolutely right. Other people's teams have advanced so much because the gold cards that are extremely good are extremely cheap and extremely obtainable. You don't even need to like buy them all either. Like you will pack so many of them. You know, we've already had a couple of weekend leagues of FUT Champs, Rivals, Squad Battles rewards, player picks, upgrade packs, the 100k packs that you get at the start, the Foundations SBCs that you get at the start and things like that. Like you get so much, like so much that you probably packed half of that team. And then it's not hard to kind of like build into it, especially if you've got like some of the other players, like I say, maybe you've got an Evo, a couple of 2 or 3 Evos in there that like take up a few of those slots. So that's where we're at with that. The next comment we've got is from Honey Caribbean. He says, in the 4-3-2-1, if you use 39 width or lower and your left wing and right wing to get in behind, they will make a run between the fullbacks and the centre backs in every time. That's interesting. I will try that. Obviously, we're still learning. Like, it seems like EA have done a lot with look at this team again. Full goal team. Look at that team. It's mad good. Like, EA, it seems like EA have done a lot with different tactics this year of, like, how you can actually feel a difference when you're on, like, 70 depth versus 71 depth because of the press and whatnot. And so, I didn't like the 4-3-2-1. I'm not overly keen on the 4-2-2-2 either. Sorry, what am I playing now? The 4-2-3-1. I think I want 2 strikers. Last year, one of the formations that I put together that I took off of David M. Nobrega, a FIFA streamer who's like super, super good at the game, that he liked, he built a 3-5-2, but then defensively, he set the left mid to come back on defense, and it just shifted into a 4 at the back, right? So when defending, it became a 4 at the back instead of a 3 at the back. So you're kind of like right centre back needed to also be capable of going forwards or playing at right back or whatever. And I really, really liked it. And one of the things that I really liked about it is it gives you width and narrow. You've got the Cam 2 strikers for the triangle passes against other people that are playing like, you know, if somebody's playing and just kind of like forcing you through the middle, you've got that triangle options there of the 2 strikers and the Cam. If you're being pushed wide, you've got the left mid, right mid, and the 2 strikers, and the capability of having the Cam involved as well. I don't know how I butchered this, but this actually here, that is a prime example of my pace being a problem. Lionel Messi absolutely clean through, and by the time he gets into a shooting angle, I've had to turn around and turn away from where the shooting angle was because the defender just caught up so easily. But yeah, I'm thinking about potentially going back to a 3 at the back, a 3-5-2 with someone like Grimaldo as the left mid, because he can come back then. He's very good offensively, and then he can come back defensively and work well in the defensive setup as well. Because I need 2 strikers, a cam, and wide players, and that's kind of the only formation for it. So I will try. I will try a couple of other formations and tactics and things like that. I was a weird player to play against. Yeah, we'll try a couple of formations, tactics, and things like that. And I wonder, like, it always takes me a long time to go to the 3 backs and 5 backs and try them, even though it shouldn't, because if they work, right? And yeah, okay, maybe it's sweaty or whatever, but everything and everyone is sweaty in this game. We're no different. You guys are no different. You know, it's all a case of, like, just trying your best to, like, get wins. And I can get the wins with this team, and we will talk a little bit more about that when we go into the next set of gameplay. As I say, I've got a fair few comments still left and available. And we're going to get into those in a moment, but we're first of all going to go live for Rice. Yeah. All right, guys, so we've managed to drag ourselves up to 7 and 5. Hopefully we can hit 11 this week. I'll be very upset if we can't. However, to help us get there, we have completed now. I'm turning in a lot for this, but we have completed Declan Rice. I also do want Rodrigo's SBC as well. I think he could be super useful for the club. I did submit Declan Rice into the 86 rated squad. We've got a couple of packs as well, which is quite nice. But we're now going to have to think about how we look at this team, because Francis Coquelin might have to come out of the team for this Declan Rice, because obviously we need to keep Elneny in the team. We need to get games on him. Like we're running out of time with him to get him upgraded. But there is big Declan Rice. I even enjoyed his 85 card as well. The fact that he's got press proven plus is very good, and he's got the long ball pass. So we need to start using Rice to flip the ball out to the wingers on those those runs down the byline. We are going to do the 87 hero upgrades for tomorrow's video, not for today. But what we do have for today is the level 37 reward as well. A small prime gold players pack. I think I finished something else as well. We're only 250 XP from away from the 50k pack, which we'll get pretty soon too. So that's all we've got for now. So let's see. I swear, if I actually pack Fabio Vieira now, I mean, I'll be happy because we could use him in a different SBC. Sorry, a different Evo. But Grimaldo, how is he so... I can't even believe how cheap he is, man. The market for non-extreme meta players is actually on the floor. We're going to get nothing out of that one. Bad. Garcia, Tillemans, nothing there. And then Nuno Tavares. Back in the next Arsenal player, though, aren't we? And then small prime gold players pack. Spain CDM. Oh, could be a walkout. Could be Rodri. It wasn't. It was Busquets. But still, no. Still no Fabio Vieira. That's mad. That is mad. So what does that do for the team? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Because I don't know how the chemistry moves with me putting Declan Rice in here now over Coquelin. Do you know, I'm inclined to like use these loans, you know. We lose one chemistry, and it's Bellerin that loses it. We need to find a shadow for him. If I take Bellerin out of the team, not that I really want to. Still got good chemistry everywhere else. Yeah, we don't lose any chemistry anywhere else. So I can effectively have any right back that gives me chemistry. Molina could be a good option. See, Bellerin, he's only got the... Oh, I don't even have a chem style on him yet. I need to put a chem style on him. Maybe that's why it's been not so good. 1 chem point for him with an anchor chem style. Probably good enough. We was playing on him with 2 anyway. Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that. The new Women's Super League right back is good. This It's not her, is it? She's from the USA. Carter, she's just not fast enough and tiny at 5'5". Bellerin's probably, you know what, actually, what is Bellerin compared to Carter? Bellerin's got way less defending, way less physical, less passing, less shooting, way more pace, and a bit more dribbling, but Carter would have full chemistry. But pace is such king. What does Carter have for play styles? It's got some nice ones. But I think I'm just going to play Bellerin. And I also want on the team. Got Ronaldinho for 11 games. But if I feel like I'm choking 11 wins, I might just break out all of the OP players. But I do want Callum Wilson on the bench. I think he could be a fair bit of fun. There we go. So that's the team. Let's play some games. All right, guys. Round 2 of the gameplay. Lots of games right here, so lots of time to talk. And let's grab that first comment. It is from Larry FC24. He says, "Hi, Net. Personally think people are being harsh on EA with the lack of content." Get my headphones off, man. I've had them on all day and my ears are actually killing me. The season pass is full of good content, which is obtained via gameplay. So I don't necessarily think it's quantity of content. I think I've expressed this a fair bit before, and I'd stand by it now. It's not quantity of content, it's quality of content. And there are some bits of quality content in the season pass, and then there's lots of absolute trash. Now, whether or not you like the cosmetic side of things or not is one thing, but at level 5 and level 10 to get like an 82 by 10 and an 83 by 10, and then level 37 to get a small prime gold players pack, it just doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. By the way, Declan Rice, his first game, scores in the 92nd minute to win the game. Love to see it. And I think that's true to FIFA across the last sort of like 4 or 5 years. As EA have like understood more and more that people will just do whatever content is there in spite of how good or bad it is, they don't need to continually reinvent the wheel with it. And you know, this season progress or season pass that we've got now, it's literally the same as what we had when it first got introduced, what, like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I think what people want is a consistency of content. That would be good, because if, like, you know, like in the World Cup game mode a few years ago, 2018 one, you know, when you played a game, you got a player pack afterwards. That's it, just a player pack. And it was so minuscule, but it was so good, because every time you played a game, you'd get a pack. So what I used to do is run through like 2 or 3 World Cups. You know, you'd get the packs as well from the World Cups, and then have about 20 packs, player packs at the end, and open all of them at once. Think how many games you've played this year. And I know that there's problems with it, but we'll get to that in a moment. Think of how many games you've played this year and how many player packs that would be. Even if it was just any player, you could get bronze, silver, gold, icon. It's just a player pack, right? If you just get a player pack, and I've already played this game cycle probably like 330, 350 games. Imagine having 350 player packs. Now, we might get the odd walkout or special card or inform or something. We might get a whole bunch of absolute trash and garbage and nothing particularly of any note or any decency. But even if we got 250, 300, 350 bronze players, all terrible bronze players, guess what? We could put all of those into the silver upgrade, then into the gold upgrade, then into the gold 2-player upgrade. And before you know it, you're just getting something. It's consistency, right? And it's understanding what you're getting for your time. The way this game is right now, you can play for an absolute age and get literally nothing but match coins. And it's just a bit silly. And I think that's what people, you know, I don't want to say that's what people want. That's what I want. I want the consistency of this game to, like, kind of just be good with regards to what you get. And one of the best things to do that, one of the best things that EA could do right now that would genuinely shut everybody the hell up when it came to almost anything within this game, is just give us repeatable gameplay pack content. Whether that's qualifiers for champs that once you finish, you can just do it again and again and again, but untradeable rewards instead. Imagine just trying to play for that 10-0 every day, right? And the reason why I talk about that, and because every time I talk about this sort of stuff, people go, oh, what about, and we literally mentioned this on the Road to Glory the other day, right? Oh, what about FIFA 15? We never had that then. No, we didn't. But instead, you could just run divisions. And if you were good and could win Division 1 consistently, you just get 15,000 coins for every 8 wins. 8 wins, 15k. 8 wins, 15k. You had some people that, like, there was a few month period where I was playing FIFA quite a lot, because I didn't used to play it like all that much back then, actually. I actually probably play FIFA more now than ever before. Because a lot of it's for content's sake, I'm not actually getting better at FIFA. Like, I used to just be good at FIFA and play to get better at FIFA. But now, I mean, it's all sorts of different, all worlds of different, right? But either way, there was a few months there in one of the FIFAs when we had that old division system where I was, where I was running like 4, 5, or even 6 divisions runs per day in just one little sitting and making like 80,000 coins, 100,000 coins with match coins as well, just making like a whole bunch of coins from doing it. And we don't have that in this game. So yeah, while I agree with you, I do agree with you, there is a lot of content in this game. There is a lot of content, but it is just of a low quality. And I think that's the problem, and that's what bothers people the most. The next comment we've got is from AC Fallows. He said, Nep, just a suggestion. You have maybe thought about using a meta team to get all things done, such as rivals, weekend league, etc., to get the best possible rewards, and then use the Arsenal team as a collection team. For example, when more stuff comes out, you can add to this team, and as time goes on, use that team now, and then got games. Let me know what you think. Keep up the good work. So I think basically what it means is, he went a little bit weird at the end there. I don't know what, I don't think he quite wrote it correctly, but I think basically what it means is, use like the best possible team that I can right now to get the best possible rewards and such, and then keep building the Arsenal team, but use our best possible team for all the best possible, like, you know, in qualifiers, in champs, and maybe in rivals. And it is something I'm contemplating. It is something I'm contemplating. I really like this Arsenal team, and I like what I think I would rather. Right, and this is where, okay, so I was mentioning this earlier. This guy with Papan, the power shot on this Papan, like, holy smokes, man. Or actually, I might not have been mentioning this earlier. I might have mentioned this later. I might be mentioning this in a minute. Yeah, ultimately, even when there's been a meta, and you know, we had some comments, some like negative comments in the comment section from yesterday's video about me abusing the meta, but complaining about people abusing the meta. And I didn't really want to like address it, because the truth of the matter is sometimes I'm not complaining, I'm just referencing, right? And I think it's very unfair to continually like give me grief for complaining about something and then doing the same thing. Like if somebody scores a finesse shot on me, or if somebody just keeps going down the byline and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going down the byline and trying to cut it back, and I say, oh, this guy's just going down the byline, and just all he's doing is like going down the byline and cutting it back. By the way, how is that not a second yellow for Llorente? For the set, like that's a second time that it should have been a second yellow for him. But yeah, if I like, I'm more just like mentally referencing the fact that it bothers me that he's two-footed me with Llorente, got away with it, didn't even get a foul for it, and then gone and scored with him. But yeah, it's sometimes it's just me referencing it, right? And we have to score. We have to score some ways. We have to score goals some ways. And especially with the team that I've got, it's really hard sometimes to score unless I'm abusing a game mechanic, because other people, especially in the division that we're in and the form that we get to in champs and qualifiers, everybody else does. And I'm already putting myself at a disadvantage by using this Arsenal team. I'll be even more at a disadvantage if I also then just don't play to the meta. Now, what I would like to be able to do is figure out a way to not have to play to the extreme meta, right? What I mean by that is, I don't, like, it's one thing doing cutbacks and counters and travellas, and you know, broken corner techniques and things like that, because that ultimately is all that it is. But, you know, you see with goals like that, I'm scoring goals there where there's nothing to do with the meta, nothing to do with cutbacks or anything like that. But usually every year, we find ourselves a way to play without the full meta. Maybe using the meta game mechanics, but not the meta players. And I think that's what the difference is, right? Using a meta player is one thing. Using a meta game mechanic is another thing. Using meta game mechanics with meta players is a completely other thing. And I've historically on FIFA look at that shot from Papan, that's mad, isn't it? Historically on FIFA, I've been capable of winning games with non-meta players just using meta game mechanics. But this year, it seems very difficult to do that. I think you'd find it easier to play with meta players and not use meta game mechanics. And what I mean by that is like taking the 90 plus pace, 90 plus dribbling cards, just using and abusing like the RB sprint boost and like some like over the top chip through balls, and then just scoring goals like normal. You don't have to do anything else, right? You don't have to do the cutbacks. People still do because it's still just easier and more efficient, but you don't have to. So I think when it comes to that, I sit here and I think like, I don't want to have to put the 90 plus players in. I really want to figure out how to just play this game with the team that I've got and figure out a way, whether it be passing or possession play or something, to just be able to work better chances and score better goals and do what I need to do to get the wins without having to deviate from this Arsenal team, because I really like playing with this Arsenal team, and especially the Evo players and even Hurtig for to a degree. Like, I just really, really, really like it. And we're able to go and get 11 wins this game week. You know, you could probably already tell that we're how well we're doing with how many games left. And yeah, okay, I did have some more meta players this time. We've got Messi this time around. We've got Mendy and Rudiger instead of McCabe and whatnot. But there's a debate that I probably even was better with those players. Like Gabriel, definitely. Like it just wasn't that bad. It just wasn't that bad. Like playing with them. It's not the defense or the midfield that's a problem. It is the attack. And so if I can just figure out how to attack properly without the pace, I should be all right, I think. However, I consider that's a really nice goal from him, by the way. But it's really frustrating that he gets the ball back. Like this guy was dribbling like crazy with Ansu Fati. Some people I played against a guy in Rivals as well that you'll see in tomorrow's video, and he was dribbling with that new Rodrigo card. And it was just, and look at that again. It's just mad. It's just mad that I can see goals like that. But he was just like this guy. They're dribbling in ways I just don't know how they're doing it. Like it's not RB dribble because it's not the sprint dribble. It's not the LB dribble. It's not just left stick dribble. It's something that I haven't figured out yet that I need to go and figure out. But anyway, moving on. David says, I feel you, Nep. Every single game is against a player who'd rather lose an arm than a game, even in modes like the Evo Cup, where the only objective is to play the game. It baffles me that people have the mental capacity to care that much about this game. But I get it, right? Everyone wants to win. Everyone loves to win, and everyone would like... When we talk about having fun on this game, and again, this is like a human nature thing that has been kind of preyed on by EA, and I would like to say it's not that deep, but it is that deep. EA of like they prey on the mindset of people, and EA know that in general people associate winning with fun, and so especially in a 1v1, maybe in like co-op or something like clubs, you can still have a lot of fun and not win the game. 2v2 co-op, you can still not win the game and have fun to a degree. But in 1v1, it's very rare that you can lose a game and come away from it saying, man, that was loads of fun, because there's just so much nonsense that goes on, right? So, yeah, people just associate winning with fun. So I don't blame people for sweating real hard. Like, if I came up against a team like mine and I had a team like my opponents, I'd be like, holy smokes, let's go, man. Easy win, right? Happy days. Max says, hi Nep, loving the game this year. However, I personally feel it's time to ditch the Arsenal idea. I still think upgrade them, but you don't need to use them all the time. I want to see the best team with 0 FIFA points. Still love the content though. So we will still be building the best team. And as you can see, we are still like using different players and such. But yeah, I think I pulled that comment in there to kind of talk about that one and the other one at the same time. We've kind of covered a lot of that off earlier on in this video. Adam says, always wanted to see you do a rich man's road to glory. There's a reason why I don't play this game when spending FIFA points and why I have like my quote-unquote rich man's account, but I don't actually play games on it. And that's because I find it intensely boring. And again, it comes down to, I suppose, in a way, the way we've come to play this game based on rewards and value in that regard. And I always look at like sometimes skills, Bates and people like that have like, you know, Castro that have these like absolute complete teams. And I'm like, what are you even playing for now? That's how I genuinely feel. What are you playing for? It doesn't matter if you get 1 win, 10 wins, or 20 wins in champs. Those rewards mean literally nothing to you because you have everything. So what on earth are you playing for? And for them, they will have their reasons. I'm not saying that what they're thinking is wrong or anything. They will have their reasons, and that's absolutely fine. You know, I used to play with like the rich man team and stuff. But for me personally, I play to, like, I want to improve my team. I play to try and get better team, better results, etc. And I can't play this game knowing that anything that I get as a reward is going to be worthless to the account. And so any rich man, that's why I love the like kind of like, you know, 24-hour road to glories and things like that we did or that we've been doing last year. You know, we did about 6 or 7 of them last year, and they were all brilliant for views, and I loved making them because there was an end goal. It was like, okay, our aim is to do this. Once we've achieved this, series is done. And that's why I kind of like, I'm kind of digging my heels in a little bit at this moment in time when it comes to the Arsenal Evo players, is because my whole point is I want to do the best and the most with them in spite of the results. The only thing I have to learn how to do is manage my emotions better and manage my expectations better when it comes to actually playing with these Arsenal Evo players, right? I do think that eventually I will get it, right? I do think that eventually I will start hitting 14, 16 wins with the Arsenal team. I've just got to figure it out, basically. I've just got to figure it out. We've got Ben says, I feel bad for you, man, trying to put out a good idea into a content. See how you're getting stressed about it, do you, man? Yeah, and that's the other thing about this, right? Is like one of the other reasons why I really want to like see this one out and keep it going is because I really like the idea of getting to the, not even the end of the game, but, you know, getting down another 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 8 weeks of this account and seeing how many goals, assists, and games I will have on the Arsenal Evo players, how much I've upgraded them. Now, listen, I'm not saying that this is definitely going to be something that we stick to. And, you know, I said to you guys before, right? If this just gets monotonous, we'll change. At the moment in time, for me, it's not monotonous because we're still able to upgrade Arsenal players. But if, like, in Season 2... we're not able to upgrade any of like the already evoed players, or, you know, if we can still only get cards up to like around 84, 85 rated, I won't play this very much because it's like, yeah, this is dead now. I want to be getting my cards up to 87s and 88s and that sort of thing, you know. And then Brian says, Nep, you're inside your own head for sure. 100%, 100%. I have an uncanny knack of putting immense pressure on myself for next to no reason, and it results in me getting stressed and frustrated, losing my cool in the game, playing poorly. Whereas when there's nothing on the line, because I just need the Elneny assists, I slap, and I'm like, why couldn't I play like that the whole time? But anyway, that is the end of the gameplay. Let's get into those rewards. All right, guys, we ended up 12-8. Perfect. There was some things I learned this weekend. We'll talk about the team and the boring stuff afterwards. You guys just want the rewards. But we got our rank 5 rewards, which is really nice. You know, and 12-8, I actually think we've got 14 in. That's easy. As I say, I've learned some things. We get 3 player picks, an 85x2, a rare players pack, an ultimate pack, and we got some coins as well. Let's see what we get. We get Bronze, Robertson, Weir, and Torrejon. Who might have Gabriel Jesus are from Arsenal, to be fair, EA. Oh! I know he's well cheap. But it's Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui. I've now got Ronaldo and Messi on this account. I'm going to have to squeeze him into the team one way or another. And then last but not least, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Milinkovic-Savic. 4-star, 5-star with really good stats. I mean, there's only a 30k card. I bet he's a beast in game. I bet he's a beast. He's got relentless. Oh, he's got some great play styles. That's really nice, guys. That's some really good rewards to start off with. We're nearly at 300,000 coins here today, which is nice. Yeah, a 50k pack. Give me some specials, EA. German. Cam. Byron. Mago. Nice. I think 87s are quite expensive right now as well because of SBCs. Yeah, they sure are. Maybe like 15k. We'll take a little bit of that. We'll take a little bit of that. We've got Brozovic, Iglesias, nothing else good there. We'll try and sell these guys, but let's be real. I think we all know that we're going to list them about 7 times and then discard them. But we'll still... Ooh, Blackstenius. I forgot about her. And Lafont. And then Gonzalo Perez. Nice. Then we get our ultimate pack. There you go. The 15k is already sold. We're up to 286,000 coins. No special here. German. CDM. Bayern again. Wolfsburg. Could still be a walkout. If it is, it's not a double. It is. It's Oberdorf. Trebion. Trebion. Well, ooh. Frimpong in there as well. 85's up. Not really. I'll keep him. Poke will keep. Frimpong's only 2k. I'm going to keep him. Because he's actually going to be quite useful for us. Is Soboslai any coins? No. Wow. We got... Oh, superb. Guys, we now have a first owned McCabe. Love that. I have got a shadow on my McCabe. So I'm hoping maybe I'll get a little bit... I did like buy the shadow as well. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more there. And then again, we've got a lot of stuff here that's just probably not going to sell, but we're going to list it anyway, just in case. Then we get the 85x2. And overall, nice, right? Nice. We got some good rewards there, some good returns. Let's just list this up. I just know that stuff's not going to sell, so we'll just discard it. That's going to put us up over 300,000 coins. And then an 85 plus by 2. No special card again. German again. CDM again. Oberdorf again. Double walkout this time. Who's with her? Who's with her? Martin Odegaard again. That's the 3rd time I packed Odegaard. Yeah, Oberdorf can just get sold again. That's nice. And Martin Odegaard, I assume... yeah, also like 15k. Nice, guys. We actually made a whole bunch of coins. Once all of that sells, yeah, I mean, we're up to 320,000 coins now, which is awesome. 330,000 now, which is even more awesome. And yeah, McCabe could sell, yeah, see a load of stuff there that's not selling. And I've been storing so many cards in the club. I've got so many tradable cards in the club, which is awesome. In terms of the evolutions, I think I got 3 assists in that last game with Elneny. I did. I need to get... I've got 19 hours to get 4 wins and 2 assists. I am very tempted to go into qualifiers straight away and start working on that because once that's done, it's done. In terms of this team... In terms of what we were doing, obviously, I don't have a meta team. Now, I did get a red card on Smith Rowe, hence the reason the teams are a bit messed around a little bit. Pace is so influential in this game, both offensively and defensively. The only places you don't really need it is maybe in like centre-back, which you still do, but not like extra. Like I've already got good pace anyway there. And and you kind of don't need it in defensive midfield role. Like, it's nice to have it, but again, we've got pace anyway there with 78 on Declan Rice. In terms of the midfield and attack, you just need pace. You just need pace. And we've got 81 on Havertz, 85 on Hurtig, 80 on Smith Rowe, and 80 on Messi. We don't have anyone that has pace. The other thing that I found is that skill moves are so vital. I haven't used Ødegaard enough. We've got 17, 7, and 3, and it's all been as a sub. I brought him on as a sub on one of the games for Hurtig up front, and he was insane. He scored a hat-trick in that game. And in the end, the guy rage quit. And I was like, God damn. When you look at them, Hurtig's got more pace, more shooting, and way more physical, but way less passing, less dribbling, and less defending, not that it matters. She's 4-star, but he's got 5-star skill moves, and Travella, and technical, technical flair, first touch, pinged pass, and incisive pass. The through passes from those are awesome. And it's like, I'm just playing it wrong. Even though I'm with the Arsenal team, like the one guy that I've got that's got mad pace, Martinelli, I haven't got in the team because he's not one of these special cards. The truth of the matter is that the team should be this, and Martinelli back in the team, and probably with a Catalyst Chem style to boost his pace. Because if we boost his pace up mad, and then his passing up mad, his dribbling is already quite good. Or even an engine, to be fair, you know, pace and dribbling. And a little bit of passing as well. It would just make him like way better. And so I need to start figuring out how to get a bit more pace in the team. Now, Hurtig's not bad for pace either, but we genuinely missed some bankers, like genuine bankers, because of that 68 composure. She scored 16, got 5 assists in 21 games, but she's just not it. She's just not it. And so, yeah, I think to rebuild the team but keep the Arsenal Evos in, we've got to find more pace somewhere, or at the very least, if we're in a tough game, have somebody on the bench that we just immediately go to, right? Like straight into, or even better still, like maybe we start subbing the Arsenal Evo cards in every game and just making sure they get an appearance. Not that it means anything too much, but look at that. We're at 196 for him. We're now at 200 games for Emil Smith Rowe, which is awesome. But for today, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you, of course, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Next time, I'm out. Peace.